Hello Internet, this is BoneCarlos coming to you live with another quote-unquote weapons optimization guide. Today we're going to begin to take a look at the MP5 in its entirety, and it's going to be brought to you by Jive Era. As with my previous videos, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the base stats before going into my opinions and classes that I recommend. Unlocked right out of the gates at level 4, the MP5 does boast a 30-round ammo capacity, which is fairly standard for the submachine guns, and also has an 800 rounds per minute firing capabilities, which is there aren't many faster ones, but there are also a little bit slower ones as well, so right on par with the whole averageness of the MP5. Now the damage is again fairly average at 42 up close, 20 at a distance, and the damage drop off is 15 meters and drops down to 20. So basically what this means is that you're going to be killing in 3 shots up close and 5 at a distance. The reload time is fairly high in my opinion for a submachine gun at just over 3 seconds at 3.03, and drops down to 1.77 if you're just going to be adding to your clip. As for the intangibles, the iron sights are fairly tight, unobtrusive, and lets you just have a full field of vision when you're aiming down sights. So I actually enjoyed the iron sights. They're not that precise at a distance, but that's mostly due to because of the fact that the recoil is fairly high in my opinion on the MP5. Even if you do have the kick proficiency, the recoil is just a little bit too much, and I didn't really enjoy it, especially beyond anything mid-range. So that's it for all the stats and all that goodness and whatnot. So taking all that into consideration, what I found myself using the most and being the most successful with the MP5 was just a straight ghost, ghosting, just kind of recon type class. So for my proficiencies, I ended up using 2x attachment, and the reason I went with 2x attachment was that, like I said before, kick doesn't really help it that much, not enough to make a huge difference on the MP5. The recoil is still fairly manageable at close to mid-range, and the range proficiency, it didn't really do anything in my opinion. Coupled with the recoil, range is kind of just iffy, so I just went with 2x attachment, just bypassed kick and range, and just went ahead and used a suppressor, obviously since you're going to be ghosting, and an extended mags, since you just don't really want to be since coupled with the high reload time of this weapon, again high reload time in my opinion, you don't want to be caught just reloading when you really don't need to. So for my first perk, I ended up using blind eye. Obviously you're going to be ghosting. You could also use a scavenger or sleight of hand, just depending on your playstyle or in what you're comfortable with. So that's the only variance that I would suggest. For my second perk, I ended up using Assassin for obvious reasons. You want to just stay off that radar if they ever have a UAV up, or you just want to be able to just negate any kind of EMP or counter UAV as well. For the third perk, again, obvious, it's going to be Dead Silence. You staying off the radar pretty much at all times. Why not keep your noise level down? So Dead Silence is an obvious choice. I mean, you can use Stalker, but not using Dead Silence with an Assassin class kind of is just a little bit awkward. So that was it for just the primary use and just the best class that I was able to find. 2x attachment, suppressor, extended mags, blind eye, assassin, and Dead Silence. Now there was another class setup that I really did enjoy and had a bit of fun with, alongside getting quite a bit of kills as well, and that would be using the kick proficiency. I know I said it didn't really work, but if you couple it with a thermal attachment, it actually does work quite well. For some reason, kick and thermal, it just keeps a recoil and bullet spread really tight, and it didn't really work with an ACOG or a holographic or a red dot sight, from what I noticed. So using kick, a thermal sight for my first perk is really pretty much entirely up to you. You could use scavenger or sleight of hand, or even blind eye. And what I found myself using the most was just sleight of hand. You're not going to have extended mags to be able to rely on that, so you're going to need to switch up your clips very, very quickly. So for my second perk, I ended up just using hardline. Nothing too crazy on that. You're not suppressed, so you don't really need assassin, and hardline is probably the best of the bunch. Yeah, quick draw you can use as well, but I found myself just wanting my kill streaks up that much faster. And for my third perk, I ended up using stalker. That was a bit fun, just going around corners with that thermal sight, just mowing people down. So that was it for that little oddball class. Use kick, a thermal, sleight of hand, or scavenger, whichever one you prefer. You go ahead and use hardline. or quick draw, your choice. And then for the third, just use stalker. It's just, and it was just an overall fun class that I really did enjoyed. Unfortunately, my Xbox decided not to record that or save that gameplay, so I can't show you it in action. But trust me, try it out and have fun. So that was it for my MP5 video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If not, leave a comment down below on what I could do to make these more enjoyable for you. Also, if there's a new weapon class that you would like for me to do next, leave a comment down below for that as well. I just did an SMG, obviously, so either a light machine gun, shotgun, or a sniper rifle. Take your guys' pick. With that, I'm out of here. Catch you guys later.